So I've been showing you guys a little bits of these over the past few weeks, and now I've finally got most of it together, and this is my completely modified UMX Carbon Cub SS. The first thing that I really started to show off was my tail section. I talked a lot about how I've braced it. As you can probably see, I've got my micro bracing done along the leading edge of the horizontal stabilizer and the rudder bracing that covers the counterbalance along the rudder. And then there's actually a rod of carbon fiber that goes through the vertical stabilizer and into the fuselage to keep everything nice and strong. And there are also counterbalance and elevator protections on both sides of the elevator as well. And that just makes it really strong. It's a really lightweight to brace. The tail section with stock is super weak. It breaks really easily, and this makes it a lot more, it's a lot stronger now. So that's probably the most useful thing that you can do is brace your tail section, brace it, brace it, brace it. The little push rods that come with the UMX planes is what I use to brace it, and it just turns out so wonderfully. And if you do it right, it can look really nice and also make your planes so much stronger. The next mod that I have is my magnetic wing mod. And you guys have seen a little bit about this. I did a video earlier, but it's really simple to do. And if you're going to do it, just keep in mind that the magnets are meant to complement the struts, not replace them. So with that in mind, we're going to take off the struts, or at least pop them off for now. Then come over here, and you just take the tab right here, get your finger under it, pop the tab up, and then put a finger on the back here, and then pull up, the magnets release, and you can pull the wing free. I've got mine plugged in right now, so I'm not going to pull it all the way up, but you can see it just is like that, and you've got these two little prongs in the front, and then the magnets I showed you in my previous video, and then it just clips in like that. The tab right here is probably the part that I'm the most proud of, just because it requires a lot of attention to detail, and also it fits seamlessly into the wing to maintain the airfoil, keep it all nice, and it looks just so perfect, and it works really well as well. Now we're going to move on to a few of my fuselage mods. These aren't really mods as much as they are user improvements to make the plane more workable. And then here we go. You can see it, and if you can just maybe zoom in a little bit. Actually, hold on. I'm going to disconnect the fuselage. There we go. Just to show you guys this. Okay, so here we go. And here we go. So if you look really closely in on here, you'll see there's balsa right here and balsa right here. And what that does is it creates a completely closed battery compartment, so that you don't have the risk of the battery sliding forward at all or messing around and becoming loose. So it just creates a completely closed off battery compartment, and it also does a really good job of creating a firewall between the motor area and the rest of the fuselage. Now I'm going to be showing you some of my software stuff. Thanks to Valiant GLX on the forums for helping me get all this set up, because before I was completely hopeless. But I've gotten my flap switch to the flap switch now, and you can probably tell that I don't have full flaps set on the flap switch. I actually have 3-position flaps set up like this. So I've got this set up for about 2/3 flaps. So you flip it down and you get 2/3 flaps, and this is 1/3 flaps. So if you want like takeoff flaps, then you can do this. If you want full flaps, you can flip them both forward, and this is the gear switch and the flap switch. Or if you just want a little bit of flaps, you can flip the gear switch forward for a little notch. And I've got everything mixed in here with elevator is mixed into both the flap switch and the gear switch. I'm using both mixes as well as the flap setup on this. But yeah, it works really well. I've gotten everything set up, and it is all spectacular, and I'm really happy that I've done this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all on the forums, and remember that all these mods, or at least the magnetic wing and the brace tail section, are available at Micro Strength RC. Thank you. Bye.